Keto chicken pie. Hello guys and welcome to the channel. In my opinion, the best way to stick to your diet is to meal prep. And today I'm going to show you how to make an easy lunch with a chicken keto bake. Let's get into it. Let's go through the ingredients. Firstly, obviously chicken. You're going to want a kilogram of chicken here. And then along with that, you're going to want 500 grams of courgette, 200 grams of mushrooms, 200 grams of spinach, 250 ml of double cream, around 300 grams of broccoli, 250 grams of cherry tomatoes, and we're going to grate 150 grams of mature cheddar. I almost forgot the main ingredient. We're going to need 10 medium eggs. To make this, I'm going to make this in a 40 by 30 and about 4 centimeter deep pan. I'm going to start by chopping up the courgettes. Like I said, 500 grams of courgette, just top and tail these. And then you just want to roughly chop these. So cut them in half. Like I said, just really rough. Doesn't have to be anything special. Just to get them all diced up. Like I said, with meal prep, you want it to be as quick and simple as possible. Add these to the tray. Like I say, it doesn't matter if it's unevenly chopped, it's all going to get chopped up once it's cooked anyway. Next, you want to go for the broccoli. Like I said, the usual head of broccoli is roughly about 300 grams, something like that, 350. So again, we've just been really rough, really quick. Oops, dropped one. Just roughly chop it into sections and start adding it to the tray. Next, we're going in with the cherry tomatoes. I said 200 grams. You can slice these in half if you want, but I just throw them straight into the pan as is. Next, we want to go with the mushrooms. This is a 400 gram pack, so I'm going to take out roughly half. So it's about 200 grams. Like I say, you don't need to be too precise with this. We're just going to do a rough chop. And nice and easy. No fancy chopping, no messing about. You just want this to be super quick on a Sunday evening to prep your meals for the week. Next, we want to add in our spinach. We want about 200 grams of this over the top. And as you know with spinach, it might look a lot, but it's going to wilt down into literally nothing. Now it's at this point that we want to start and add the seasonings. So I'm going with salt. I would say about 2 teaspoons of salt. I'm going to put in the black pepper. Again, about a teaspoon, 2 teaspoons. Garlic granules, roughly 2 teaspoons. Paprika, again, roughly about a teaspoon to 2 teaspoons of paprika. Cumin, same again, about a teaspoon to 2 teaspoons of cumin. And lastly, the mixed Italian herbs. Again, about a teaspoon to 2 teaspoons of this. Now, we want to put over about 2 tablespoons of an extra virgin olive oil. Or you can, if you prefer, use some avocado oil. You want to now try and give this a little bit of a mix around to get the spices and the oil all down through. Doesn't have to be perfect, like I say. This volume is going to cut down by at least half when it starts to cook and the moisture comes out of the vegetables. Next, it's time to add the chicken. Like I said, a kilogram of chicken. You don't really need to chop this up. Just lay it across the top. And it'll cook just perfectly along with the vegetables. Keeping this super simple so you're not having to mess about too much. I want to go for a touch more salt just over the chicken. And then it's time to put it in the oven. You want to put this into a preheated oven at 180 degrees Celsius for about 30 to 40 minutes. While that's cooking, I'm going to start and prep my cheese that's going to go on top. So, like I said, it's 150 grams of grated cheese to go on top, and it makes it a lot quicker process. Now we're going to prep the egg mixture. So we want 10 medium eggs. Oh, 8. I would love to know how people can crack an egg one-handed. This is something I would love to do, but maybe I just don't know the right technique. We're all good. There's the 10 eggs, no shell. On to the next bit. Into the egg mixture, we're going to add our 250 ml of double cream. And then we just want to whisk it all together. Again, nothing too fancy. Just give it a good whisk and make sure everything's combined together. Breaking up these yolks, we're getting there. Once it's all combined like this, you get a fair bit of air into it. You can set this to the side and wait for the rest of the Traybake to cook so we can get on to the next step. About 15 minutes in, you want to take out your bake and just give it a bit of a mix around. Slice things up a little bit just to make sure the top section isn't getting burnt. As you can see, the chicken's not fully cooked yet, but we still have plenty of cooking time left. Like I say, it takes about 30 to 40 minutes in total. Looking back, maybe it would have been a good idea to dice the chicken up at the start, but you live and learn. Lay over the top. And then you're good to bake in the oven for another 30 minutes. Like I said, into the oven for about 30 minutes at the same temperature, 180 degrees, and then we should be ready. After about 40 minutes, we want to take this out of the oven and let it cool. Now, once it's cooled, you want to split this into 8 portions. This should now, with any luck, come out perfectly. Beautiful, easy meal prep that is low in carb, high in protein, and keeps you on track on your keto or low carb diet.